All right, Coach. EA Sports Playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Baltimore Ravens. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This one taken from the 7. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Ready, set. 951, 951. I got one. Ready.
On first down, done. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 31-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Check 3. Coaching spell. Go. Switch. Shoot.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
5. Bring it up.
Operating from the gun, Griggs. It's caught by Mike Evans. In a wild card win last week, he had just 2 catches, and now he's got his first one here.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Sponge. No. X3. 218. Chopper. Hey, Charlie.
Second and 5. Airing this one out for Evans. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Mike Evans, 42 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now a handoff here to his running back. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Jackson to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
And to give this time to the tailback. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Play action. Now Jackson trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. They find some open field here. Cuts back and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. 62 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Check 13. Check. Yeah. Check nickel.
Right back to him on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
On the go. Stand. Go. Bravo.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Griggs. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Donald. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
64.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a give right side. It's done. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. 44 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
Ready. Mike 55. Hey, Hey, check.
They go play action now. Jackson, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Now a give, right side. It's done. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Down. 70. Indy.
Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A Miami 1st down. That one going for a gain of 11.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Back to throw. Griggs. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Drop deep, drop deep. Defense.
From the gun, Griggs. Looking again for Watkins, and this time that's complete. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
It's a pickup of 4. But it brings up 4th down.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic. 20.
They snap it to Newton. And he will find his man on the outside. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
1st down, Dolphins.
Ready.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Snap.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Don't get nervous. Let's go.
On 2nd down, it's done. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by at Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. Minkah Fitzpatrick made the play defensively, the first-round pick out of Alabama.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Jackson. Now he'll let it go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play that time for the Ravens. And even 40 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, Echo! Rush in! Rush in! Hit it!
Operating from the gun, Griggs. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
It's now 2nd and 10.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Kill. Switch. Hard. Check 31. Watch the ship. Hey. Ready.
Throwing again. Griggs, flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter.
You ready? Watch 52. 52's the mic. 80 weapons. Check. Fresno. Shoot.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say, we'll see what happens. is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Taken in at the 22. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This is taken at the 3. Oh, good footwork on the spin. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now they try the right side here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
48's Mike. 48's Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On second and 11 now. Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Calvin Ridley there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. Tucker with the extra point, and they're within 7 now at 28-21. Following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Got it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Griggs, and this is caught by Watkins. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Check, 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 check. Watch 6-6. Pull it hard.
They'll run it with Williams. And an alley to run. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they get to that end zone real fast.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Hey, Alpha. Now.
2nd and 2. And this is caught by Evans. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Set, ready? 15 line. 15 line.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Let me know what you got. What you got, Heavy?
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Here we go. 59, go.
They'll run on first down. Done. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Go.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike,
Get it.
To throw on second down. Briggs. He's got Watkins on the out route. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Rip left. Hey, Mike 52.
From the gun, here's Newton. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. Spinning away.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard, and while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. A carry here for the big tight end. Power on power, but he's not going to get in. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Dolphins' 1-yard line.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
Trying to punch it across with Bush. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
The play lost a yard. It's now 3rd and goal.
Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. This started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it third down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Newton. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
To try again after the sack. Jackson, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Ravens send their punter out now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Jackson. This one caught by Ridley. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. Now Jackson. He spins free. Jones has it. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bush. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Wilkins with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. This is caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown, and the Ravens get a bit closer. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
On the ready.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, it's done, and very little room to maneuver. They'll get this down to about the 39. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 20. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Break. 59, Mike. Check, 59. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
And they will take a knee here.
The quarterback on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. And it's third down. Today's final score.
So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.